Imagine being cast out, lost and alone, only to find a chance at love on the doorstep of a former flame. This isn't just any love story. It's a tale of medieval hardships, social barriers, and the unyielding quest for happiness. Welcome to The Merchant's Dilemma, where love does not simply conquer. It fights, strategizes, and triumphs in the face of adversity. The stark reality of medieval womanhood. As Beatrix, frail and desperate, stands at Ricardo's door, her arrival does more than merely reignite an old flame. It vividly portrays the precarious position of women in medieval society. Bea's journey from a skilled seamstress to a woman surviving on the fringes of society exemplifies the vulnerability of women to economic downturns and societal neglect during the 14th century. This era, particularly unforgiving to women, often saw them at the mercy of patriarchal structures that could drastically alter their fortunes with the loss of a male protector or societal favor. Further societal context. In medieval times, the social fabric was tightly woven around feudal and patriarchal systems, where a woman's security and status were often contingent upon her connections to men in power, be it a father, brother, or husband. Without these connections, women like Bea could quickly find themselves destitute, highlighting the fragility of female welfare and autonomy in this period. The narrative uses Bea's plight to explore the broader implications of gender and class inequalities, emphasizing how societal structures often left women few avenues for self-sufficiency and protection. Emotional complexity and social implications. Ricardo's shock at Bea's appearance is a mixture of dismay and reawakened love, reflecting the complex interplay of personal feelings and societal perceptions. His initial reaction is not only a response to her physical state, but also an internal conflict about their past and the potential consequences of reigniting their relationship. This moment underscores the tension between individual desires and the expectations imposed by social status and family legacy, which were particularly pronounced in medieval times, where personal happiness was often sacrificed for social conformity. Deepening emotional narrative. Ricardo's dilemma highlights the emotional depth and societal pressures faced by individuals of his stature. The return of Bea forces him to confront not only his feelings, but also the social ramifications of associating with someone considered beneath his class. This conflict serves as a microcosm of the larger societal challenges of the time, illustrating the severe restrictions on personal freedom imposed by social hierarchy. The novel delves into how Ricardo's decisions could potentially disrupt his social standing and inheritance, offering readers a window into the harsh realities of love and duty intertwined with societal approval. Societal context and the stakes. Inheritance and social expectations. Ricardo's inheritance is not just financial, but comes with embedded societal duties and expectations. His father's legacy is a double-edged sword, offering security and status while binding him to traditional norms that dictate his choices, including those of marriage. In medieval societies like Winchester, inheritance laws and familial expectations were tightly interwoven with social standing, making any deviation from normative choices risky. The risk of social ostracism. Choosing Bea, with her known past, as a wife is not merely a personal risk, but a social gamble. In medieval England, social stratification was rigid, and the upper classes enforced strict codes of conduct that, if broken, could lead to severe repercussions, including social ostracism. For Ricardo, marrying Bea would flout these codes, challenging both his family's wishes and the broader societal expectations. This decision could lead to losing his inheritance, but also damaging his social standing irrevocably, a scenario that underscores the high stakes of their relationship. Navigating love and duty. The tension Ricardo feels between his affections for Bea and his obligations as a son and a social elite encapsulates a central theme of medieval narratives: the conflict between personal desire and duty. This dichotomy is a driving force in the story, highlighting the personal sacrifices required by societal norms. It also reflects broader societal themes of the time, where personal happiness and societal approval were often in conflict, a theme that resonates deeply in the historical romance genre. the intricate fabrication of a new identity. Deepening the deception. The plan to reintegrate B into society as Beatrice involves not just superficial changes, but a profound transformation of her entire persona. Emilia and Cecily take great pains to educate her in the fine arts of aristocratic demeanor, from the way she should speak to the subtleties of courtly manners. They enlist the help of a local seamstress to create gowns that match the latest fashion trends of Winchester's nobility, ensuring that every detail, from the fabric to the fit, adheres to the current standards of high society. This process involves not only physical, but also psychological changes for Bea, who must learn to navigate her new world with the grace and poise expected of a lady of her supposed standing. Cultural and historical accuracy. The transformation process is deeply embedded in the historical context of the 14th century, reflecting the rigid social hierarchies and the importance of appearances in medieval English society. The authors incorporate detailed descriptions of the clothing, architecture, and social rituals of the time, enhancing the realism of the narrative. These details provide readers with a vivid depiction of the period, allowing them to fully immerse themselves in the setting and understand the enormous stakes involved in B's transformation. Navigating through society. The fragility of the constructed identity. As B begins to move in high circles, the precariousness of her new identity becomes increasingly apparent. A minor misstep at a social gathering, a slip of the tongue, or a chance encounter with someone from her past could unravel everything the group has worked so hard to build. The tension mounts with each public appearance, making each chapter a tightrope walk of suspense and intrigue. This segment of the story underscores the constant vigilance required to maintain such a delicate facade and the psychological burden it places on B, who must perpetually guard against revealing her true self, confronting the antagonist. Sarah, with her own ambitions within the family, watches B's integration with a skeptical and calculating eye. She represents the societal challenges and the personal vendettas that threaten to expose B's secrets. Her role in the story is not just as an antagonist, but as a catalyst for the eventual resolution of the narrative. Her actions force B and Ricardo to confront the limitations of their deception and to devise even more cunning strategies to protect their secrets. This dynamic adds a layer of complexity to the plot, enriching the narrative with themes of power, betrayal, and resilience. Culmination of efforts. The emotional climax. The story builds towards a dramatic climax where B's true identity is threatened with exposure during a crucial social event. The tension that has been building throughout the novel reaches a peak here, as B and Ricardo must navigate this crisis, using all the resources and allies they have gathered. This moment tests their love, their courage, and their ingenuity, highlighting their growth as characters and the depth of their commitment to each other. A celebration of human spirit. The resolution of their trials is not merely a closing of their personal story, but a commentary on the themes of identity, acceptance, and the human capacity to change and adapt. The novel concludes with a reflection on the nature of society and the ways in which individuals can impact and reshape their world. This conclusion serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring qualities of love and determination, and how even the most stringent societal barriers can be overcome with hope and perseverance. If you're a fan of historical romance with a good measure of clever plotting and heartfelt reunions, dive into the world where love battles against all odds, proving that even in the harshest of time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video.